Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my Unwatched Blu-ray collection part 2. We are almost done wrapping up this entire series. Next week will be the grand finale with part 3. Now the movies that I'm focusing on in this video have all come from my Halloween closet. This is the closet you see behind me in every single video that I do film. I have 2 boxes full of movies, and they are all from subscribers. I know that sounds bad that I have them in the closet, but the reason why is because I've received so much subscriber mail in the past couple of years. I had to get creative with my space. And so because of that, I really only had limited options where I could put things. And so I did have to make a couple of boxes and put them inside of this closet. So that is what I'm showing you today. Every single Blu-ray that you're going to see in this video, I have not seen yet, and they are all from subscribers. But don't worry, my goal is to watch every single one of these over the next couple of years. It's probably going to take me longer than that, but my focus really is on watching movies that I have not seen yet. So these are going to be regular films, and then I am going to cut away because I have another box in the closet, the second box, that's all classic films, older movies, black and white titles that I've kept separate for a reason. So that is going to be the second half of this video. So let's get started with Stargate. We have Stargate with Kurt Russell and James Spader. We have got Pride and Prejudice, the 25th anniversary special edition. We've got the Blu-ray of Cars. The Imitation Game with Benedict Cumberbatch and Keira Knightley. I actually heard that this movie was really, really good. And obviously it was. It did receive 8 Academy Award nominations. Best Picture. I do not remember this movie being nominated for Academy Awards. So that is a little bit surprising. But Best Actor, Best Supporting Actress, Screenplay, Score, Production Design, Director. Wow. Okay, so this should be at the top of the pile to watch because it was nominated so much. Okay, next up is The Monuments Men. Looks like a great ensemble. You got Matt Damon, George Clooney, John Goodman, Bill Murray. I mean, those are all great actors right there. We got Ralph Breaks the Internet. Robin Hood. We've had so many different versions of Robin Hood, so many different stars. As you can see, we have another Robin Hood right on top of there. But this movie is with Russell Crowe. Do I remember this movie? I do not even remember a Robin Hood with Russell Crowe. So this should be interesting. Russell Crowe and Cate Blanchett. Next up is Sputnik. The only survivor did not come back alone. Is this like a creature feature or something? The most moving horror accepts the tragic inevitability of the premise. Okay, maybe it's a creature. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out if it's a creature feature or not. Next up, if I can grab it, is John Travolta in From Paris with Love. The Iron Giant. I've heard this movie is actually really, really good. So I'm curious about that one. Superman Unbound. We've got Jake Gyllenhaal in Source Code. Now, I do believe I have, look at that lenticular. I do believe I have the 4K of Source Code, but I'm also keeping this Blu-ray because of the lenticular slipcover. Maybe I should just put this on the 4K because I'm not sure if my 4K has a slipcover or not. And I really like the slip. It's awesome looking. Great looking slipcover. I just want to look at Jake Gyllenhaal all day. His eyes are so beautiful. I just want to look at Jake Gyllenhaal all afternoon. We have got Elizabeth Taylor in Cleopatra. I believe I already have this movie, but I'm not sure if I already got rid of my second copy. So maybe I should leave this out just in case. I don't know. At one point, I did have 2 copies because that was sent over and I already had Cleopatra. I might have gotten rid of the other copy already. Michael Keaton in The Squeeze. Midnight Special. Michael Shannon. Radioland Murders. I heard, or I shouldn't say I heard, I saw on social media on a post on Instagram, I do believe Kino Lorber is getting ready to release a 4K of Radioland Murders. So if I do get the opportunity, then hopefully Kino Lorber will send that over to me and I can trade that one in. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. We've got One Last Dance with Patrick Swayze and his wife. I'm not really sure if this is an actual movie or is it just them dancing. I think it's an actual movie. I guess so. Okay. All right. Good to know. Good to know. Again, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. This is the Robin Hood that I'm most familiar with. Kevin Costner, Bryan Adams singing the theme song of that movie was just everywhere when I was growing up during that time period. Ghost Town. I'd never heard of this movie before, with Ricky Gervais, Téa Leoni, and Greg Kinnear. The Comeback Trail. De Niro, Tommy Lee Jones, and Morgan Freeman. I'm not sure if I remembered to show this during my Robert De Niro movie collection. Maybe not. I think I forgot about this one, that it was in my my pile, in my stack. We got Nim's Island, Abigail Breslin, Jodie Foster, Gerard Butler. We got Goosebumps. Exodus, right? Exodus, Gods and Kings. I don't know, nice looking, like a reflective slipcover. Nice. Got some Star Trek, Into Darkness. Heart's War, Bruce Willis, Colin Farrell. Submergence, James McAvoy and Alicia Vikander. It kind of seems like Alicia Vikander kind of like just like disappeared, but I'm open-minded to anything with James McAvoy. He is so incredible. He can absolutely transform in his performances. He's just amazing. We got Big Game with Samuel L. Jackson. First Man with Ryan Gosling. As you guys know, I'm not huge into space, but again, open-minded. Okay, we got a Muppet double feature. We have Muppet Treasure Island and The Great Muppet Caper. And the reason why I flipped this one is because there's nudity on the front of the slipcover. So let me just do this so you're not seeing it, so I can cover it up. There we go. Possession. I don't know if it's okay to show that on YouTube or not, so I am playing it safe. There we go. Playing it safe. Got to have this PG-13 for the kids, you know. All right, next pile. We've got Hitman, unrated. Still in the plastic even. Woman in Gold. Helen Mirren, Ryan Reynolds. The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. Cheap Thrills. I think I remember seeing this at like Dollar General or Dollar Tree back in the day. Still haven't watched it. Clash of the Titans. We've got W.E., a film by Madonna. I am curious. Written by Madonna as well. I didn't know she wrote this too. Andrea Riseborough. I mean, you got good actors in here. Oscar Isaac is in here too? I did not know that. Did not know. There he is. I think that's him. Yeah, right there. All right. We'll give it a shot. Madonna. Can she go beyond singing and acting and be a director and a writer? I'm not really sure about that. And we've got Epic. Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium. Such a tongue twister of a title, but we got Dustin Hoffman and Natalie Portman. Assassination of a High School President. More Bruce Willis here. Crazy on the Outside. Oh, it's got Ray Liotta. I just noticed that. It's got Ray, and he's right there. Oh, Ray Liotta. This one's random. Starship Troopers 3. I had no idea that it went beyond the first movie. I had no clue. So obviously they made 3 movies. Did they make 4? Did they make 5? I don't know. Comment down below. Let me know. Far from the madding crowd. Carey Mulligan. Michael Sheen. Okay. Got some recognizable names in there. We've got Isle of Dogs. This is Wes Anderson, right? Yep, good old Wes Anderson. You know, I'm trying with Wes. I really, really am. Phoenician Scheme. That was a difficult one for me to understand. I'm still not really sure what I watched at the theater, but I'm open-minded. I really am. I always want to give directors a chance, you know? Except I will say, you know, Osgood Perkins is kind of, you know, eh. He's 2 for 2 in the not so great pile for me. Dinosaur. I don't even remember when this movie first came out. We got Dinosaur. The Invisible Woman, Ray Fiennes, Felicity Jones, great actors. Kristen Scott Thomas, Tom Hollander. Not to be confused with Tom Holland, because that's a different person entirely. A Dangerous Method. Look at Keira Knightley. She looks kind of dangerous on the cover of that. Oh, this is a good movie. I remember watching this back in the day, but it's been a while since I've seen it. Another Stakeout. Richard Dreyfuss, Emilio Estevez, and Rosie O'Donnell. Doom Annihilation. The Brothers Grimm. Oh, Heath Ledger, Matt Damon. Sleepwalking. Who's in this? Oh, Charlize. That was probably the reason why this was sent over. Charlize is in the movie. She's young. She looks really young here. I'm not really sure when this movie came out, but I'm trying to see. I can't see it, but she looks really young there. Nick Stahl, Charlize, Woody Harrelson, Dennis Hopper. This is probably a great movie, great star, so we'll check that one out. Before I Fall. I don't know, I'm kind of getting the vibe like, is it like a romantic drama or just a drama? I don't know. We'll see. We got Star Trek Beyond, because my subscribers really are dying for me to watch Star Trek. Star Trek and Star Wars. I have seen all of Star Wars, but I haven't seen any Star Trek. We got Russell Crowe again in No Way Back. Also with Helen Slater and Wrapped Up in Plastic, brand new. Definitely got to check out that one. All right, I got to move my legs around. There we go. All right. Final pile of the regular movies, and then I'll make a cut and show you all of my classic old movie stars, old Hollywood black and white titles. I'm really looking forward to going through all the movies in that box. Okay, more Matt Damon. I should have a Matt Damon watching month. Downsizing. Battle Los Angeles. More Cars with Cars 2. I'll See You in My Dreams. The Promise. Christian Bale. Oscar Isaac. Great actors. We got the Kennedys. I think someone sent this over because I've mentioned in a couple of my videos when I was talking about the Kennedys for some reason, or the Kennedy family. When I was younger, I had like this fascination with the entire Kennedy family and the Kennedy curse, and because so many Kennedys have died in very weird, non-conventional ways, and it just seems like the family is cursed. So when I was younger, I was very much into that. I did a lot of research. I read a lot of books about the Kennedys, and I think I mentioned that in a couple of videos, and I think that's the reason why someone did send this one over. I think this is like the mini series of that. We got Bugsy Malone, young Jodie Foster. Pawn Sacrifice, Tobey Maguire, Peter Sarsgaard, and Liev Schreiber. More George Clooney with Leatherheads, Renee Zellweger, John Krasinski. Sleuth, Michael Caine and Jude Law. Gotta have more. Why are these sticking together? There we go. Gotta have more Jake Gyllenhaal, October Sky, Brand New in the Plastic, also Laura Dern. I've heard that this movie is actually really, really good. So, as usual, I gotta get on that. The Counterfeiters. Winner, Academy Award Best Foreign Language Film of 2007. Good to know. Absolutely good to know with that one. We've got Batman Under the Red Hood. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. The Tenant. Not really familiar with this one, but Roman Polanski. That's really the only name that I'm familiar with. We've got, sticking again. Rules Don't Apply. Warren Beatty's in this movie, I guess. Other than that, I am not familiar with that one. I Am Number 4. This might have, no. Did I pick this up? I don't think I did. No, this is all subscriber stuff. Someone sent this over. I Am Number 4. This one came out a while ago. We got 10,000 BC. Columbus Circle. Selma Blair, Amy Smart, Giovanni Ribisi, Beau Bridges, and Jason Lee. Wow. That's a good cast too. That's an interesting ensemble that was put together. We've got Premium Rush. And finally, for this box, we have got the Bang Bang Club. Ryan Phillippe. Is it Malin? Ackerman? And Taylor Kitsch, I guess. I have no idea what this movie is about, but we'll see. I will watch it somehow, some way. Okay, so that is the end of box number 1. So now let's talk about box number 2. All right, here are the rest of the movies that I am going to show you. And I did notice as I was unboxing, most of these movies are older films with classic Hollywood stars, but I did throw in like older films, but they're not super older. Like some are from the 70s, you know, but that's like 50 years ago now. So those are older movies. But the majority of these films do have classic Hollywood stars in them. I have a lot of Bette Davis in here and also black and white titles as well. We have got the Warner Brothers Archive collection. We have Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. We got Spencer Tracy, Ingrid Bergman, and Lana Turner. Amazing. Judy Garland in The Harvey Girls. More Judy Garland and Gene Kelly in Summer Stock. So here's what I mean. Not a very, very old movie, but older movie. You know, it's not from like the 30s or the 40s, but it is from, okay, this one is older, 1961, but it's got Gregory Peck. So Gregory Peck, old Hollywood star, Robert Mitchum, Polly Bergen in Cape Fear. Panic in the Streets. I have no idea. I have no idea about this one. When was this made? Do we see? 1950. 1950, black and white title. Here we go. We've got Titanic. Another version of Titanic. Obviously, I have the James Cameron Titanic for a Criterion. I have, it's not called Titanic, but I forget the name, but the movie surrounding the events of the Titanic, I have the Criterion as well. So now I have another film surrounding the events of the Titanic. The Great Race. Jack Lemmon, Tony Curtis, Natalie Wood. Got a Western with John Wayne, The Searchers. Old Yeller. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to watch this. Only because Old Yeller is a very famous film. And if you've heard about Old Yeller, you know how it ends. I am very sensitive to stuff like that. I'm very sensitive when it comes to animals. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to watch this or not. I'm going to try, but I'm probably going to cry when I do watch that. I'm going to need my windows open. You can probably hear all the trucks going by and things like that. I'm going to need a box of tissues when I watch Old Yeller. The Unsinkable Molly Brown. Debbie Reynolds. Can't go wrong with Debbie Reynolds. Got Pillow Talk. Rock Hudson, Doris Day. The Manchurian Candidate. There's so many versions of this, but this is with Frank Sinatra and Janet Leigh. Second Chorus with Fred Astaire. This is one of my dad's favorite films of all time, The Incredible Mr. Limpet with Don Knotts. He absolutely loves this movie. Still in the plastic. I should probably keep this out so we can watch it next month or something, because he's been kind of talking about this movie a little bit. So you know what? Yeah, I'm going to leave it out. I'm going to leave it out, put off to the side, because I think he's been hinting he wants to watch that. Cary Grant. You guys know how much I love Cary Grant because I have so many movies with Cary Grant from this pile also in my collection. So Mr. Blandings builds his dream house. What a tongue twister, but starring Cary Grant. Another Don Knotts, The Ghost and Mr. Chicken. Maybe we'll have like a double Don Knotts night or something like that. The Third Man, Orson Welles. This movie called I Want to Live. I've never heard of this movie before. Is there anyone recognizable in this movie? Not really. I don't recognize anyone from that film. We've got, I thought it was just called Three Wives. A Letter to Three Wives with Janine Crane, Linda Darnell, and Ann Sothern. Never heard of that one either. Doris Day and James Garner, The Thrill of It All. And we've got The Ziegfeld Follies. And look at all the old Hollywood stars in this movie. Lots of good ones. Lots of good ones. Okay. Speaking of Cary Grant, we have him again with Tony Curtis in Operation Petticoat. To Sir with Love with Sidney Poitier. I really have to make this a priority. 1967. I mean, Sidney Poitier was groundbreaking, iconic. Pretty much any expressive adjective that you have applies to Sidney Poitier. Okay, Barefoot in the Park. Jane Fonda, Robert Redford. We have got, what is it, San Francisco? Yeah, San Francisco. Clark Gable, Spencer Tracy. Okay. Here we go. Here's the start of my Bette Davis movies in this package. Hush, Hush, Sweet Charlotte. We've got Bette Davis and, Olivia de Havilland is in this movie as well. More Bette Davis. Dead Ringer. We've got Marilyn Monroe in The Misfits with Clark Gable and Montgomery Clift. More Marilyn with How to Marry a Millionaire. Ooh, Lauren Bacall is also in that. More Marilyn. I think I put all the Marilyn Monroe movies together. Niagara. And we've got River of No Return. This is a duplicate because I do remember, I think that pile over there, that stack over there, somewhere in that bottom shelf, I do believe is River of No Return. So I'm actually going to put this off to the side and I'll see which copy is the best as far as, you know, the case and everything. And I will trade in one of them. So that's going to be put off to the side. We have Gigi. I believe this won Best Picture. So no matter how I feel about it, it's got to stay. I believe it won Best Picture. I think it did. Pretty sure. Mrs. Miniver. My Name is Julia Ross. Who's in this? I've never heard of this movie either. I'm not recognizing any name, but that is all right. Give that a shot. Got a double feature here with Robert Redford. We have 3 Days of the Condor and also All the President's Men. More Bette Davis with Another Man's Poison. And The Letter. And Jezebel. I should have a Bette Davis watching month. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Paul Newman, Robert Redford. We've got The Bandwagon. Fred Astaire. Madame Curie with Greer Garson and Walter Pidgeon. Never heard of Walter Pidgeon, but Greer Garson I have heard of. Here we go. The final stack. Whoop, sorry. I have to move things around. This needs to come closer to me. Okay. Starting off with Munster Go Home. Still in the plastic. We've got The China Syndrome, Jack Lemmon, Jane Fonda, Michael Douglas. More Cary Grant, That Touch of Mink. The Snake Pit. The Snake Pit. Who's in this? Oh, Olivia de Havilland. Okay. Got someone I know. That's good. The original Ocean's 11. Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Peter Lawford, and Angie Dickinson. I love Jimmy Stewart too. So Jimmy Stewart and Harvey. The Three Faces of Eve. The Quiet Man. This is starring John Wayne, Maureen O'Hara, and that's all I know. Those are the only names that I know. Yours, Mine, and Ours. Lucille Ball and Henry Fonda. That could be a lot of fun. I love Henry Fonda. I've been watching a lot of his movies lately, so. The Egg and I, Claudette Colbert and Fred McMurray. We've got Born Yesterday. A Patch of Blue, another Sidney Poitier and Shelley Winters film. More Judy Garland and Gene Kelly in The Pirate. Gaslight, Charles Boyer, Ingrid Bergman. Okay. The Hustler. This is the prequel movie, I believe, to The Color of Money, because Paul Newman plays the exact same character in this film. So this is like the OG to The Color of Money. We've got another Marilyn title. There's No Business Like Show Business. And we finally have, Joan Crawford in The Women. Norma Shearer, Joan Crawford, and Rosalind Russell. I love the older movies. I'm having such a great experience watching a whole bunch of old classic movies that are from my Criterion collection. So when I get the chance, whoop, this is falling already. When I get the chance to start watching all of these, I will be so happy because, as I've mentioned, I love the older black and white titles. They're just so comforting to me, and this is falling down, so we're just gonna go like that. Alrighty, there we go. So that is going to be this video for today. You've seen now part 2 of my unwatched Blu-ray collection, and as I mentioned at the very beginning of the video, part 3, the finale, that has been like 7 months in the making, is finally going to happen next week. And you will see all the rest of the Blu-rays that I still need to watch in my collection. But thank you so much for taking the time and watching this video today. If you wouldn't mind, subscribe. If you enjoy the content, subscribe to the channel, and also take the time to like the video. I truly would appreciate it. Don't forget to do all that stuff before you leave, and I will see you next time.